Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Claire Christian. I'm the Executive Director of the Antarctic and Southern Ocean Coalition, and I'm here today to show you how to make an origami krill. We're making this krill in honor of World Krill Day, which is this August 11th, 2022, and it's the first ever World Krill Day. We wanted to have a day to celebrate these amazing tiny superheroes of the Antarctic. They don't always get the recognition that other species in the Antarctic do, but since many species that we know a lot better, like penguins or seals, actually depend on krill for food and therefore their survival, we thought it was important to make sure that these little tiny creatures got the same recognition that other species do. So let's get started on our krill. What you're going to need is a square piece of paper and scissors. Now my piece of paper is 6 inches by 6 inches or 15 centimeters by 15 centimeters, but any square piece of paper will work. Although the first time you're making a new piece of origami, it's usually easier to use a bigger piece of paper while you're practicing. But you can use any square, like I said. We're also making one cut in the paper. That's what the scissors are for. And so I have a pencil and a ruler because I'm not good at cutting straight. So I need a little help in the form of a line, but you don't need to do that. You can just cut freehand if you want. Another optional item you can have is like an old card of some kind to help you flatten some of the folds. Okay, now we're going to start by rotating our paper into the shape of a diamond, and I flipped my paper over because this is the side that's not going to show, and I want the pink side to show because when krill are all together, they look a little pinkish or reddish. But it doesn't matter what color you use. You can use any color you like. So now that I've got my paper in the shape of a diamond, I'm going to bring this top point down to meet the bottom point and fold my diamond in half. I'm going to line up this bottom corner. And then I'm going to make nice, sharp, aligned corners at either end. And I like to make the corners, fold the corners first, just press them down a little bit, and then press out from the center. I find that helps me make more accurate folds. You get nice sharp points on either end. Next, we're going to make a cut through both layers of the paper along this side. And I'm going to draw my line to help me cut as straight as possible. But you're not going to cut all the way up to the top. The antennae need to stay attached to the paper, so don't cut this all the way off. And again, cutting through both layers, just cut it most of the way up. Okay, almost to the top there. Now, for this next step, I have a piece of paper already prepared and cut. I've drawn some dotted lines down the center to make it easier to see on the video. You don't need to draw dotted lines down that center crease. You can if it helps you, but this is just a visual aid for the rest of our presentation. Now, make sure when you're folding, you've got these two little thin strips and they're not held on by very much. So as we make the next folds, make sure that the antennae are out of the way when you're doing it so that you don't accidentally tear them off. Okay, now we're going to fold these two edges in towards the center, but we're not going to fold them all the way. We're going to leave a visible space between them. And we're going to start by making a nice point at the top here. We want a nice sharp point at the end, so we're going to make this point now and then fold all the way down. There we go. Okay, again, start your fold at the top here, press this little point down a little bit, and then finish off your fold. You can use your card if you have one to flatten everything. Now we're going to fold these edges, outside edges, in towards the center again leaving a space. And I like to hold the bottom layer down so that it doesn't move around too much while I'm making that fold. Again, we're gonna make a sharp point at the top to start, then finish our fold all the way down. Okay, and then just make that a little bit flatter. And now we have finished those two folds. And as you can still see those dotted lines down the center, which is what we want. There we go. Now, for the next step, we're going to fold these shorter ends again in towards the center, just like we did before. It's a little tricky here. You've got the antenna in the way, so make sure you don't mess with them too much while you're making this fold. Again, you want to leave some space in the center. There we go. Okay, now we are going to fold this bottom point up towards the top, and you're going to make the crease right along the widest portion of the model. You just kind of guess where that is. It doesn't have to be perfectly exact. That's what's kind of fun about this origami krill, is that you can make different size folds and you'll still get a krill at the end. A lot of origami doesn't give you that kind of freedom. Then you're going to leave a little space and then fold it back down. And you can roughly use these dotted lines in the middle here to help you make sure that you're making straight folds so that your body of your krill will be nice and aligned at the end. And now we're going to do this 3 more times. Again, each time we're going to leave a little space, make a crease. Second one, leave a little space, make a crease, and then one more, leave a little space, make a crease, and now we have the body of our krill. For the next step, we're going to flip our krill over. We're going to fold it in half, like so. And now we're going to hold on to the model with both hands and gently pull that second fold out and down. And then pull the third one out and down. And you're making a kind of a curved shape here as you're going. So that's what you're aiming for, because of course krill aren't in a straight line. So our origami krill shouldn't be in a straight line either. And now we've got a more lifelike looking krill. Final step, we're going to take each antenna and fold it up, flip it over, fold it up on the other side, and now we have an origami krill. And if you like, you can make more, because there are lots of krill, so they don't like to be lonely, and we don't want our krill to be lonely, so we can make more krill and have a whole krill swarm. Thank you very much for joining us today and helping us to celebrate World Krill Day. We hope that you enjoyed this origami lesson, and we hope that you will continue to spread the word about how amazing krill are and how we wouldn't have any penguins and whales and seals and other cool Antarctic creatures if we didn't have these tiny little krill to help them survive and to give them food. So again, thanks for joining us, and I hope you have a great day. Enjoy your krill.